Well, everyone, we're back in the Chargers Hoops TV studio. A big fortnight of hoops having been undertaken, Ronnie, in the finals, and great success for the club as well. The Chargers off to the South Conference final. I can barely speak. We've had a huge weekend of hoops, a huge couple of weeks of hoops. It's going to be a massive weekend coming up.
Oh, absolutely, JB. And I think maybe one too many wham bam jam, thank you, mans. And that's why maybe your voice is a little bit down at the moment.
I dare say you're probably right there, Ronnie. Let's have another wham bam jam, thank you, ma'am. This is Chargers Hoops TV. Yeah, some 10 days ago, the qualifying final underway there at Creek Road, the spiritual home almost of the Chargers in a sense, Ronnie, and it was always going to be a barnstorming kind of game. Of course, last time Sandringham were in town, before that, down at Kingston, a massive second half from Smith Milner managed to get them over the line. What kind of dynamic was going to be in play? Of course, it didn't matter on this particular occasion as Harry Froling, Sam McDaniel and Jacob Richards were all back into the lineup there, and what a game it was. Of course, the Chargers getting out to a bit of a 10-15 point buffer there, really controlling the game. Sandringham sort of bringing the level of play down a little bit, trying to scrap and make Hobart really work hard for their points. Unfortunately, didn't quite go to plan as they expected. Hobart again maintaining that 10-15 points right throughout the game. Sandringham making a bit of a mini run towards the end there. Of course, they got towards 6-7 points there, managed to really get that buffer, but of course the Chargers with the fresh legs, with the home crowd behind them, some 1,200 people in the building there for that first final, Ronnie, really motivating the squad. Of course, the Chargers managed to run over the top there of Sandringham in the end, getting the win by 18 points. Final scores were 75-53. Of course, there were some great contributions through our Jack Jumpers players as well. Jared Bairstow had a nice game, and Sam McDaniel had a massive game as well. Of course, Anthony Stewart was thrilled with the result, Ronnie, and we managed to get a chat with him after the game.
Absolutely, he was happy as Larry. Let's go to an interview right now.
Yeah, it's a bit of stuttering, and we haven't trained together for a few weeks because obviously NBL is back up and running. Harry was in bed, he didn't even train this week with the Bullets or much. So it was sort of putting pieces together, but you're relying on sheer talent and effort, and I can't ask for any more than what they give me. And Sandringham, Shea Illy and Prewster, I hear they're away next weekend, but they'll come in for the grand final if they make it. Let's hope they get done next week. Bairstow picked up his fourth. He's just a workhorse. I love that guy. I didn't really know much about him before we recruited him this year, and he's just been phenomenal. Not much rest for AJ. We don't have that backup point guard, and it's really tough on him. But we'll see where we end up. Well, we play the winner out of Kilsyth the winner out of Bendigo and Knox tonight, which I'm not sure who won. They play Kilsyth, and then the winner of that plays us. So next Sunday. We've said it all along. My dream is to win that first national title. I see we get matched up in the North if we're lucky enough to get through this stage. And the North, I would say, is probably the strongest competition across the country right now. It's loaded with NBL talent. So let's hope we can stay healthy and give this thing a real red hot crack. It's been a big few years, and I think the Jack Jumpers have sort of amplified that as well. And it's just great to see people loving the hoops. The 2002 championship team, and they all came out to support us, and a little credit to them. There's a lot of history with this club. We've been a very successful franchise for a few decades now, so the legacy's continuing this year, and we've still got a lot of work to do.
It's an unreal crowd. I think we almost packed this stadium with double the grandstands here, so it's awesome. I like this arena. It's a nice, fun vibe. Packs in nice and tight, so it's cool. Yeah, sometimes things don't go your way. I usually get away with a few cheeky ones, but they were on me tonight, so yeah, look, I've got to make adjustments as the game go on. That's what I did in the fourth quarter to stay out of that foul trouble. Question ones at the start, but I've got to adjust to that. Go to call the hip check in the fourth, which was fair enough. And then I've just got to learn to play with it and adjust as the game goes. Yeah, it's been fantastic for me to have the ball in my hands throughout the off-season, to get to play with guys like Froll and AJ and Sammy Mack the last few weeks to carry on with this. It's been awesome. And it makes it real easy for me playing with them, just to be able to play off them. They draw a whole lot of attention. Obviously, Froling's been playing great this whole season, so he draws a lot of attention and allows open shots for everyone else. So just played off those guys. I mean, it'd be unreal to win the first national final of NBL 1. And that's the goal. We've said it months ago. I know we had a massive talk in the locker room after Nunn and Wadding game a few months ago about how good this team can be, how talented we are as a group and how deep we are. But I think tonight's one of the first nights we really put it together, shared the ball well amongst us. And that's a learning process that we've got to do to get to that level. We're very capable of it, but we've got to get there real quick. So we're getting there.
Made by nature, created by innovators, supplied by McKay's, your home of Tasmanian timber.
And of course, after winning that qualifying final, Ronnie, that secured a home prelim final, taking on the Kilsyth Cobras, who had a massive game on the Friday night, managing to get through after a big deficit and in OT, travelling down to Tassie. How did that one unfold?
Well, it was always going to be tough for the Kilsyth Cobras, but they never died wondering after a big overtime win against Bendigo. But Hobart were freshened up and ready to go after a big win against Santry, and it was really close throughout the first half. Hobart were able to edge a little buffer here and there, but then in that second half, Kilsyth came roaring back and got it back to within 1 point, which kind of made the crowd very nervous at the Southern Tasmania Netball Centre. But then Hobart were able to get on a run and able to rally deep. Bairstow, McDaniel, Harris, who was huge, who had 21 points in that game as well too. It was an all-round team effort, and really that's what it has to come down to if you're going to win a championship. So Hobart doing a fantastic job here, getting the job done on their home court, and they're taking care of business, and now they're going to play Mount Gambier in the Southern Conference Final. JB, this is going to be huge.
And of course, post-game, we caught up with men's head coach Anthony Stewart, who was, let's say, relieved to get the victory there in that prelim final, Ronnie.
Absolutely, JB. Well, Kilsyth got it back to him 1 point in that second half at one stage, and I'm sure he was quite nervous, but as you say, a relieved man. Let's go to that interview right now.
It's hard. It's as I said, we haven't trained as a group for about a month, and this Kilsyth group, they train every week together 2 or 3 times a week, and they played hard. And I think a lot of our NBL guys in particular have gone back and started work, and they're really finding it a little bit difficult to get up a little bit. So maybe we need to look at rotating a few more bodies early in the game. We probably learned a little bit of a lesson out of tonight. Yeah, both AJ, Ollie. I mean, Harry had a bad offensive game, but he was unbelievable on the defensive end. So, yeah, look, everyone, even Bairstow they were tired boys tonight. You could see it. Come out to try and get a national championship. We'll see how we go. Yeah, Jack was huge. Probably need to get him a bit more time actually now and rotate early. I don't think we did as good a job as what we usually do, coaching-wise, so that's something we'll look at next week. But we're in the championship now, so yeah, they were. It's an amazing. I just wish the league would have had this schedule now. Mount Gambier won, so it's a Mount Gambier Hobart final in Melbourne. Oh, we'd love to go to Mount Gambier and play one game with packed house and reward their fans as well, and then come down here for a couple of games and you would have had sellouts. Disappointing, but it is what it is.
And of course, who else were we going to catch up with, Ronnie? But AJ Harris, star of the show, 21 points, was electric in the prelim final.
He also had 8 rebounds as well too, JB, so near double-double for AJ Harris. Let's go to that interview right now.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited to get that W. We just got to keep it rolling. We had ups and downs this season, but right now we're just rolling. We got to keep our foot on the gas. Oh, I'm always confident. I've been playing basketball a long time. I'm very blessed with this gift that I have. I'm very blessed and talented with this, so I just always confident. You got to be confident always. If you're not confident, then you shouldn't be out here. Oh, that's very exciting to be first time here in Tassie, to be with the Hobart Chargers, and to do something like this is very exciting. Oh yeah, Stan was performed really big for us tonight. He came out and hit tough shots, big shots at that. He played defense, gave us great energy, as well. Thank you. Yeah, if somebody's not having a good game, somebody else got to step up. That's how it goes. We all adults, we all older, so somebody got to step up to the plate. I'm very happy. Thanks to my family at home for watching and tuning in. Thanks to everybody back at home. I'm very blessed to have you all watching me and supporting me. Thank you all.
At Wilson Homes, we've been building the Australian dream for over 30 years. And today, this purpose is more important to us than ever before. That's why we're going to keep building the homes that define our way of life. So don't lose sight of your dream, because we're going to keep building for you.
Back here in the Chargers Hoops TV studio, and of course, Ronnie, with season 2022 coming to end, it wouldn't have been possible without our great sponsors, of course, naming rights, McKay's Timber. One of the big sponsors that come on board this year, Ronnie, GAP, the Greyhound Adoption Program. What an inclusion and a great sponsor they have been for the club, especially the big launch we had with GAP down at Swisher with the Greyhounds and Rex and everything. It was a great day.
Oh, it was a great day. I remember being there and having to make sure that we keep Rex protected from some of those dogs. We're not sure, but those dogs are really nice and friendly, aren't they, JB? So, now great to have the Greyhound Adoption Program on board. We was here at the Chargers, and that was a fantastic launch day. Everyone was up and about. Everyone pretty happy and all smiles around.
Absolutely. We even managed to get our end of season awards night out at the Elwick Racecourse. So again, a big thank you to the Greyhound Adoption Program. And of course, Ronnie, your favourite app, everyone's favourite app. Ronnie's been going around town left, right and centre, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to this app, the What's On app.
Oh yes, the What's On app, JB. Now look, we are in the off season. I'm looking for so many events here to go and try and fill in time, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do when I get home. So there is some good events going on here. There's some bands, there's some gin experience, whiskey experience. Good grief there, JB. But a lot of events happening locally around southern Tasmania. So get on the What's On app, check out some of the video content as well too. They do a great job, but get on there, have a bit of a look, take your fancy and take your mum, dad, family, friends, whoever out to these wonderful events that are put on.
As always, check out the What's On app.
Whatever part of your home you want to improve, Clennett's Mitre 10 has everything you need to get the job done. A wide selection of indoor and outdoor plants and pots, paint for every style and every project, complete DIY kitchens and bathrooms, and all the tools you need for the job. The local Clennett's team know their huge range inside and out, so you'll get the right advice and the right product every time. Clennett's, mighty helpful Mitre 10.
Well, Ronnie, the final time that we sign off for season 2022, we've gone from the lounge room and the curtains and the banners to a world-class studio recording facility here at Beetle Black Media. It's been a sensational year, Ronnie. Again, really enjoyed what we've been able to bring to the folks at home, a much more sort of upgraded and sort of semi-professional, I think we'll deem it, situation here at the studio. It's been a great year. Of course, we've seen some great action on and off the floor, the women's program really taking those next steps in development, and of course the men now competing for the South Conference and the national title. What's been a highlight of the year for you, Ronnie?
I think the highlight has been, JB, to be here in the studio here. It's done professionally. We're around some big lights here, which is very, very different to me. But having the players come in and be guests on the show and just having to talk to them and getting to know them more as well too. So really good insight on that. But no, certainly have enjoyed the season to hand, and really looking forward to this week coming up, especially Saturday night as our attention turns to the conference final against Mount Gambier. That will be an absolute cracker of a game. It'll be the first time since 2016 since they met last in the Southern Conference final, JB, and I'm looking forward to watching it I think it'll be on KO, by the way, as well too. So make sure you check our social media for where and when you can watch it and whatnot. But hopefully the boys can bring home some silverware and then go another step further and try and get that national title as well too.
Absolutely. We hope to have one, if not two, massive trophies right in between us kicking off for next season. You have been tuning in to Chargers Hoops TV for season 2022. On behalf of Ronnie Riggs, I'm Justin Bryan. Thank you again for joining us this season. Keep an eye out for any further coverage across the Chargers social media platforms, and we will see you next year.